What is going on, everybody? Ernie with Best There Is Games, the game store that just keeps on giving. The fisting motion should have been the best thing. I had Liliana up here for such a perfect, beautiful reason. These alt arts, I tell you, they look delish. It's funny because I've gone over the whole how Wizards is not doing direct sales anymore because it seemed like it was like too much for them, right? You know, so they couldn't do it and really keep up with it. And by the way, this is the good news, bad news video for me because there's good stuff in here that I'm going to talk about, and then there's the bad stuff. And I'm starting with the bad. So if you hate to hear me whine like I've heard people say before, click it off. Don't give me the click, the view, whatever. Because you already clicked it if you're watching it. You're reviewing it. But just because you're displeased with something or how something's being done, it is okay to be the way you are and talk about it and discuss it with people that have like minds, or even if they oppose it, it's nice to have an open discussion about it. Now, this plain and simple, I believe, just fucks stores over. I think it fucks customers over a little bit, but I'll get into that. But so, Ravnica is coming. Huge. Another big time where a new set's about to come, and I'm always like huge. But Ravnica, I mean, we're bringing back Shocklands. It's going to be good stuff. We're going to see a lot of good things come. I think standard, because it's coming with the rotation as well, we're going to see an interesting rotation. So the big thing is, what's next, you know? What should we plan for with this, you know? And that's what's on our mind. But then we got thrown a curveball about these masterpiece. Is that what they're calling them? I know that it's like Mythic Edition. That's what it's called. They're calling it. I was watching a couple other guys talking about it. They had some videos out here. Some good stuff, man. It's really good stuff. Talking about how, oh man, it's just bonkers. So, first of all, I heard about it. I was like, wow, that sounds really cool. People were like, it's going to cost $250, but you're going to get 4 of these, you know, cool Planeswalkers that are basically reprints. You're guaranteed to get the 8, which I like it, I don't like. It's cool not to chase after them, but at the same time, it'd be cool for people to get, like, 2 packs with Liliana, or not 2 packs, or a couple packs with Liliana, but there was going to be 8 specific packs designated for those, and then you get other stuff in it as well, and it's going to be Guilds of Ravnica. So $250, I was like, oh, that's not bad. And one of my customers told me, and I was like, get back to me. Let me see what I can do. If I could lower it or whatever. And they didn't think nothing of it either. And then I learned, like, right off the bat, when I started looking up more into it, that stores can't sell it. So this is what Hasbro Wizards of the Coast is doing, is they got rid of indirect, something that they sold in competed with all the distributors. Now they're going to sell something they don't have to compete with distributors, and people are going to eat it up. You could do things like this all the time, and players will buy this because it looks cool, it's a cool idea, but it fucks everyone across the board, mainly stores and distributors. So here's the thing. You're not going to be buying them from distributors because the stores aren't going to be really buying that many, because you're going to be buying these $250 boxes with 24 packs. You're already dropping $250 on one of these, which is bananas to me. Not saying bananas as far as the price point is, but just, I mean, it is pretty up there. It's going to make these very valuable. I think people are going to try to stock up. I don't know how they're selling them yet. I kind of quit looking into it because I can't get my hands on them. It's sickening. It's gross. It sucks. I had a lot of players don't know how to get. They're asking me, do you know what we do? And I'm like, I don't know. I know it's supposed to be, you know, getting details soon, or if people do know, I'm out of the loop, I guess. I hate you. It's just sucky. I was really excited when I heard about this, because I was like, cool. I could give some deals to some of my local players, and they could group up and buy them. Get the Planeswalkers they want. But no, it's not going to happen that way. So people are going to be dropping this kind of money on there. Then we're trying to sell boxes. And while we're trying to sell boxes, people are already getting these that have 24 packs. Granted, that's not as much as a regular box, but let's be real, you're only 12 packs off. So if your goal was only to buy one box and then you're buying this instead, you're not going to buy a box. So you're hurting it so bad. And then for the player base, this is going to be weird for players that get a hold of these, and I think there will be limited. I don't see these being mass produced because I don't think Wizards want to screw themselves over, because this is only could screw them if they mass produced it. If it's different when other distributors are buying it, but yeah, this only would screw them if they overproduced it. So I think they would make a good amount, but sell out, it's over. And what happens, but I think it's going to be really bad for those other players that never got their hands on it, couldn't afford it, and it does come to the argument, that people have money, some people don't, and it does suck, but that's the way it goes. But it does also suck that there's not a chance for people to even, like, a store to sell a box of this and have packs there like Modern Masters, and someone could spend $10 and walk away with something and take that chance, and it sucks for stores like mine that we can't have events around these. We could buy them at full price, but we're not making anything. It's just sad. It's really sad. I think Wizards of the Coast, Hasbro, who's ever deciding this, is just, I see it all the time. They don't care about the player base, but I do think they do some good things, but this is just crazy. The fact that Wizards is doing this on their own, you have to buy through them and through them only. Stores, they're saying stores, sorry, you're not cool, you can't hang out with us. On Wednesdays we wear pink, but you're not invited anyways. It's mean girl stuff. So that is one thing, and I don't know what to do about it, because I really, really like these, and I was excited when I heard about it, but now if I want any of these special packs, I gotta shell out myself $250, and then I can't do much with it. But who knows? I think once they hit the secondary market, they will go up. I'm almost guaranteeing they'll go up, unless they do a large print run, which again, that would screw them over. So I don't know. People, I would think everyone's in my boat and feels the same way. If you're on the side of they're doing the right thing, because don't be wrong, the idea of like a mythic box sounds great. Fun as hell to open, but you're getting a limited amount of packs, and it's just you're watching me have a mental breakdown over it. It's not that serious. It's not. I think fans or customers are all kind of accepted it. They realize that they're going to buy it, they're going to buy it. They don't like that they can't get it through a store. It's not as safe for them, because they don't know what will happen when it's just one company that's running it all and calling the shots. It's like getting it at Comic-Con in a way, where it's limited, but again, I don't know, people may disagree with me, and that's fine, but long story short, basically, this upsets me greatly. I'm sorry that I can't get these for anybody, and they look awesome. It's really cool. I'm glad that some people may be out there to be able to get them, but it's not gonna be me. But on to good news. Everyone knows I love Heroclix. It's my game. My birthday was September 7th. Not trying to plug it, but this email came out with WWE, and I like wrestling. I cover it on our podcast. We have Best There Is podcast that covers certain games in the shop and just different ones, and we have one that's dedicated because we have a good group of guys that like wrestling, so we like to talk about it. And yes, we know it's fake, and yes, we know all that stuff, but that's besides the point. People have their dream list. Power Rangers is up there for me for Heroclix. People want Transformers, people want G.I. Joe, people say Walking Dead, which I think would be so lame. But wrestling, I've always thought would be a cool idea, but it's kind of hard because they are just guys, but we have to give them that supernatural type of vibe where Undertaker is a dead man and all this and that. And we are getting it. I got this sent to me the morning of my birthday, and I thought people were screwing with me, or what, the guy that sent it was screwing with me. And I'm like, put my phone away, said it's not real. He's just messing around. Then I thought about it. I'm like, he's not that good at like Photoshop and stuff. But you could tell even like how it's got like the slice in the middle of the logo. Like someone could have made that. And I screen capped it. I'm just like reading it. And then I stopped and I was like, maybe they are, but maybe I didn't read like more. I'm like, maybe they're doing like how they made. I think they made like Simpson miniatures. I know they did. Was it the Hunger Games? They had small figures for them. They're always remembered by a register at a comic shop I went to. No one bought them. They were by WizKids, but they didn't. They weren't Heroclix. Because a lot of times we saw that. We saw there was like Smurfs or something. And people were like, holy shit, are these Heroclix? And we'd always go, no, they're WizKids, but they just make it or whatever. So then I was like, you know what? I'm half awake, wiping boogers out of my eyes, going, I bet you that's what it is. They're just making characters. Because I saw nothing about Heroclix in the title, and I didn't read along further. But you read along further, and it goes, Heroclix is the #1 selling collectible miniature game in the world, where players now are able to form their dream teams of WWE superstars to engage their opponents in a tabletop combat. This is great. Now, what sucks is a lot of people are upset. People are like, WWE out of everything. We could have had Voltron. We could have had Garfield and friends. I don't know. And they're upset. Some guys are like excited to see where this can go. I'm ecstatic. I could not ask for a better gift on my birthday. That we are going to get wrestling. There's a great game, Rumble Slam. I've talked about it on other videos. It plays a little bit like Clix, but you have wrestlers and they have moves and they copy the other wrestlers. Of course, they don't want to get sued, so they have different versions of them. But they do like the rock bottom and stuff like that. So the fact we're going to get is showed, we're going to get John Cena, which is, much as I don't care for him as a fan, I think he would be an awesome Click. I think there's been tons of us. We're going to have a great podcast soon. We're going to do the Heroclix podcast, but bring on the wrestling podcast guys and talk about what cool things we could do with the the wrestling ones. And I already know when we get it launched, we're going to get a wrestling ring probably again. It's just going to be awesome. I saved my boxing ring from Muhammad Ali because of the fact we were trying to figure out scenarios to make it like wrestling. So it's just going to be really cool. I'm really excited. They said already John Cena, Roman Reigns, I'm the person I don't really care for at all, but I hope they go into the Legends territory. That would, oh man, just to get Macho Mans and Roddy Pipers and all those guys. But my favorite CM Punk, we will never see him, which is sad. But it did mention Stone Cold, I believe, Undertaker, which I think is great. And you could do this. What's great about these, if they keep it going just like Ninja Turtles, they have so much over the years, how much wrestlers changed, that I can fucking fill out the next few sets for them. I most likely think they'll be gravity feeds. It'd be smart to do it that way, not overwhelm it, make them like Ninja Turtles. And then they said Trish Stratus. I mean, hello, that's awesome. So yeah, hopefully when they play, they don't play super different. I don't want to see dumb things like when Yu-Gi-Oh came out, they had traps and things like that. I don't want, like, I think Batman 66 had things where they had their own gimmick. I forgot what it was. Some of the Days of Future Past had Capture, and so did Streets of Gotham, which isn't bad. Krampus got it too, but it wasn't like a huge thing that they continue going. So I don't want them to give them a gimmick that, like, we know this is gonna. They said already that everything that comes out for wrestling or for Heroclix is always going to be legal. So I want these to be able to see some play, regardless of what they are. But yes, I'm super excited. That made me very pumped up. I mean, we're not going to see it for a while. I don't think it's going to be anytime soon since they just made the announcement. With that being said, rumor is Battle World is already, through production, and people have got some tidbits and rumors that we will not have one Fantastic Four in this set, which I expected, but no God Doom, and that I did not expect. The whole point of Battle World was God Doom. So the fact that we may not get him, I made a video earlier in the last few months about he's got to be coming. Maybe they found a loophole to bring him in because he's not Doctor Doom, he'll be God Doom. But the rumor is he's not gonna be. I'm still holding hope that they can just bring him and call him God Doom and basically do its own thing. If not, I would love. They should have made it an event. I would love to have it like the Thanos Shrine, because on his, it had Doom's face, and Johnny had to be the sun, and all kinds of cool stuff. I'm gonna have another video coming out where I'm gonna get down with the breakdown and break down a lot of the spoilers we have so far and explain who is on the box, because everybody keeps asking who are on the box, on the sides, and I'm gonna explain to you, and not the greatest, in a decent detail, but not to the point where I read a lot of these books, I just know about them. And then we also are gonna get into, but that'll be on the podcast. It will be on the Heroclix podcast that I've took a long break from because I've been so busy with Magic, Destiny, and Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball we don't really do a podcast, but we may get there. Magic, now I'm getting a huge player base. They want to do one. They might do it as a separate entity, not part of Best There Is, but I'll definitely pimp them and push them over there when we do talk Magic. So that's it for now. Next thing up is me breaking down all the previews so far. Some will be out, but yeah, breaking down that. And I'm disappointed in Magic right now, but I'm excited for WizKids. So that's how this is going. All right, bye.